Hey, Happy, you ready? You ready? You ready to give 2 tips? You ready to give 2 tips for binge eating on the weekend? Actually, these 2 tips will help with binge eating at any time. You ready, Happy? Huh? You don't care, do you? No, because you don't have a binge eating problem. Let's flip. Hi there. I'm JoLynn Braley, permanent weight loss coach, founder of the Kick-Ass Inner Self Diet, the proven proprietary, step-by-step coaching system to permanent weight loss. I actually personally coach my awesome clients through the proven steps to end their binge eating, end their struggle, end their emotional eating, end their self-sabotage, and their food obsessions. Hey there, Tony. Thank you for joining. How are you doing tonight? And the inner self diet always works. And a few minutes ago, it might have been about a half an hour ago now, I came on here to do a very fast scope to give you a heads up that I would be back to share. Good, glad to hear it. You know, mindset is 90% of everything, and you can be amazing no matter what. Good, thank you. I'm here to share 2 tips. 2 tips. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for asking. I'm here to share 2 tips about binge eating. Now, I titled this scope 2 tips to help you with your weekend binge eating, but actually these tips will help at any time. And I'm also here to show you what I had to eat. Ooh, right? Because keep in mind, as long as you're fat on the inside, you have to be fat on the outside because the inner and the outer always match. And when it comes to the fat mindset, there is a ton of negativity wrapped up in a fat mindset. In fact, whenever I do these scopes about binge eating and emotional eating, I notice that hardly anyone comments or sends hearts. And I know that the binge eating puts you in this place. Well, it doesn't put you in this place, but you feel embarrassed and you don't want people to know that you have a problem, but guess what? They know you have a problem unless you are a binger and purger, which I have not ever had that experience myself. I have had a couple clients who used to have that behavior. I've had clients who had been through that before they worked with me, and I recently had a client, well, they had the binge and purge behavior before working with me, but they still had not released their food and weight struggles, and that's why they got into the inner self diet to release those struggles. And then I also had a client recently who was actively binging and purging, and that was very interesting, and the inner self diet released her binge purge behavior. So the point is that, by the way, if you're new to Periscope, the way that you send me hearts is you tap on the screen. Why do you do that? Well, it's free. It's also a way to say thanks. Hey, thank you. It's a way to say thanks for sharing this information that is completely free. I'm going to give you 2 tips to help you with your binge eating. I am a certified professional permanent weight loss coach. My specialty is the inner self. I do not teach my clients what to eat, how to eat, or what kind of exercise to do. They know those things, and that information is everywhere. Thank you so much for the hearts. The person in green, I think those are green. And this topic of the binge eating and the emotional eating, right? There's so much shame and embarrassment in it. And that's why I tend to think why people come onto my Periscopes and they don't send the hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Or leave the comments. And I am here to encourage you to release that. And I'm going to give you a great example right now to release the shame. I'm going to give you a great example. Okay. So check out what I ate tonight. Ooh. Okay. Let me show you the label because it'll be easier for you to see that. And I just want to show it to you like this instead of flipping the camera around because I've got it right here. Check this out. You see this? These are little single little pizza things. Now, I got to tell you right now, I am not a pizza addict. I don't care if I eat pizza. In fact, I haven't had pizza for probably a year, and I don't really care about it. But I saw these in the grocery store tonight. When I went there to buy clean eating foods, I bought eggs and potatoes, pearl onions. I bought some ingredients. I bought parsley, bay leaves, for a chicken dish that I'm going to make in my new Dutch oven. It's the first time that I'll be making something in a Dutch oven, so I'm excited about that. So I went to the store to buy clean eating foods, and then I saw these little things, and they only had one of these packages. You like this, huh? You're sending the hearts for the pizza? They had one of these little packages for these tiny little Hawaiian pizzas. All right? So check out how small they are, though. All right? This is how big they are. Can you see the scale of this? If I put it up next to my chest or put it up in front of my face. This is a really small little pizza, and the box came with 2 of them. I ate one of these tonight. Ooh, oh my God, I ate this little pizza. Oh my God. Oh! Am I going to feel ashamed about it or embarrassed or guilty? No! That's why I'm showing you this here, okay? One of my tips for you with the binge eating, do it publicly if you're going to binge, all right? I have to pick up this box because Happy the Palm will destroy it, and I don't want him eating cardboard. He likes to eat cardboard if he can, and that's not good because then it will actually get... It doesn't come out well on the other end, let's say that, all right? So I don't want him eating the cardboard. But if you're going to binge eat, why don't you go to a restaurant and order a whole bunch of food and eat it all right? That's one way to help you release your shame and embarrassment. If you're overeating, all right, you've got a problem. Yes, this is true. But if you pack the guilt and shame and embarrassment on top of that, you're even more stuck. All right? The behavior that you have of the binge eating or the emotional eating, the mindless eating, that is a behavior, but it's not who you are, and behaviors can be changed, and it's not hard to do, especially when you work with a highly skilled coach and mentor who has the proven system to help you release that behavior. The guilt and the shame about being a binge eater only keeps you stuck. Now, I will say that me eating, here's another tip for you, okay? Me eating this, I had one of these 2 pizzas that came in this package, in this box. I had one of them. Obviously, this one's still frozen. I didn't eat that one. My eating this pizza was not binge eating, all right? If I were binge eating, I would have bought a large pizza and bought ice cream, and bought a whole bunch of food. So my second tip for you is before you eat, before you put food in your mouth, are you physically hungry? I was physically hungry before I ate that pizza. But notice also, actually I'm going to give you a bonus third tip. Notice what I selected, okay? First of all, I didn't select this pizza at the grocery store for a reason that I would have in the past, which would have been, that's something that I shouldn't have, or, I'm bad for eating this. I just saw them and I was like, what happened here? And this is not an excuse, and I refuse to blame anything on the weather, all right? Because the weather does not control how I feel. So here where I live in Michigan, it has been 70, 75 degrees, and it's the beginning of November, and it's felt like summertime. Today, the temperature dropped 20 degrees, and then when I went to the store, I felt really cold, and I saw these little pizzas, and I was like, oh, wow, I haven't had pizza for a year, and they're really small, and I thought I could have one of those later. At the same time, it's not clean eating, so it's not the best and most optimal choice for me. But notice that I didn't make that selection coming from a place of, let's go hog wild and eat everything, these are really small. Is this making sense? I hope it's making sense. These are really, really small. And if I were doing binge eating, I would have selected an entire huge ass pizza or gone to Hungry Howie's or wherever and bought a huge ass pizza and eaten the whole thing. So this is an example of not binge eating, but it's also an example of sharing with you, hey, guess what? I put this food in my mouth and I refuse to feel guilty about it or ashamed. Because really what my intention is to be eating totally clean right now. And this is not clean eating. All right. So I gave you 3 tips. Number 1, make sure you're physically hungry before you put any food in your mouth. I was physically hungry before I put that little pizza in my mouth. Number 2, if you're going to binge eat, which again, what I did wasn't binge eating, but if you're going to binge eat, right, and eat a whole bunch of food and you're not physically hungry and you're eating for emotional reasons, go out in public, don't hide it, okay? Just be there, be yourself, and make the decision that you're not going to feel guilty or ashamed. Are these things that I'm sharing with you, are these tips easier said than done? Absolutely. In fact, I don't know. You can definitely test it out. See how far you get with it. I already know, though, that when your mindset is fat, either you won't do what I'm suggesting because it's too difficult, or you might attempt it, but you won't get the same results that I experience if I were to do it, because my mindset isn't in the fat place that it used to be. And so, listen, okay? I just thought of something else. If what I'm sharing with you, if putting food in your mouth only when physically hungry, and also going out and binging in public. And then the other tip I gave you, the 3rd tip was, hey, what if you were to select something smaller? I think I gave you that tip, didn't I? Instead of buying a huge pizza, could you buy just a small one and then eat only what will satisfy your physical hunger? All right. If these steps are just too far out for you because of where you are, because your mindset is so fat, please don't take that as an opportunity to beat yourself up some more and then go eat more food because you can't accomplish these tips I'm giving you. That's not an opportunity to be even meaner to yourself, because that's not going to help. I hope that makes sense. So, I hope you got some value out of these tips. You know what? Hey, thank you so much for the hearts. The number 1 takeaway that I would love for you, if you'd like to take this away, that the number 1 takeaway that I offer to you, if you'd like to take this. Okay, hold on a second, Happy. Happy has to go outside, so I've got to wrap this up. He's jumping up on my legs. The number 1 takeaway that I'd like you to take away is that your binge eating is only a behavior, and behaviors can be changed. You are not the binge eating. It's a behavior, okay? Behaviors can be changed, but you have to do something different in order to change it. And the things that you've been doing, if those have not changed your binge eating and healed it and solved it so that you can put food in your mouth only when physically hungry, so that you can stop putting food in your mouth when you're physically full, so that you can eat food without feeling guilty and without feeling ashamed, so that you can make better choices for yourself. Instead of purchasing a huge ass large pizza and eating all of it, buy these tiny little things and eat only one, you know. Don't buy the tiny things and then eat everything that came in the box, because then that's like eating a large pizza, right? These are all, bottom line, your binge eating is a behavior. I'm trying to make this simpler. I understand all the inner workings and everything because it's the type of work that I do. But, okay, hold on a second, Happy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. All right, we got the Pom. We got the Pom. Pom has to go outside. Pommy has to go potty, right? Yeah, look at him. I love this little Pom so much. I love him so much. Oh, look at Happy. You get hearts. Happy gets hearts. You know what? Happy's number one job in life is to bring joy wherever he goes, and he really does. He brings joy when we're out walking. He brings joy to people here on Periscope. Oh, you look at you. And he has to go to the vet on Tuesday to have a baby tooth pulled. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da-da-dum. Yeah. Oh, my baby. Okay. Hey, if you joined this Periscope late, thank you so much for all of the hearts. If you joined late, go back and watch this from the beginning. You could take notes, write down the 3 tips I gave you. And hey, if you want to solve your binge eating behavior once and for all, the quickest and easiest way to do that is to hire a highly skilled coach who has the system to help you and to help you get the results. That's exactly what I do with my coaching clients in the Inner Self Diet. Hey, you can go over to theinnerselfdiet.com and you could grab a free copy of my ebook. And that will give you 3 tips to start making weight loss fun and easy from the inside out. You know what? I just thought of something. Before I go, I want to tell you one other very quick thing, and that is this. In the past, if I had eaten a food like I did tonight, this little pizza, if I'd eaten something like that wasn't really what, because my focus is eating clean right now, and this pizza was not eating clean, right? In the past, if I had done that, then what I would have done afterwards is found anything else that I could eat that was not clean eating and eaten all of that food, and I did not do that. So that's another sign of a weight loss mindset. You know, permanent weight loss is not about perfection. Permanent weight loss is about living a healthy lifestyle without struggle. All right, that's the main thing, no struggle. And just being able to put food in your mouth only when physically hungry, stopping when physically full. I do totally advocate clean eating, which is getting off of the processed foods. But hey, if you eat something like this tiny pizza that I ate tonight, if that's maybe once a month or, you know, once in a great while, then that's a huge improvement over eating processed food for every meal, for every time that you eat. So there's a big difference there. All right. Hey, thank you so much for the heart.